There are many reasons why broiler chickens do not grow as well as they should. That is the reason why many farmers are asking a lot of questions. Is the best feed? I've used the good feed. I've given them all the necessary attentions and they are not growing. I want to sell my broiler by next week, and up till now they looked like 2 weeks old. Some even go ahead and say that the feathers are still look very fresh, like daily hatched birds. All these problems will have solution in this particular video. So watch this video till the end. In this video, I'll be going through the top 5 reasons why broiler chickens might be growing poorly and the solutions to those issues. My past experience as a farmer and a broiler farmer have given me the opportunity to recognize some of the reasons behind the poor growth and performance of broilers. A few of these reasons, I will discuss them in this particular video. That is why it's very necessary that you keep your subscription and followership in this particular platform intact, because the further updates will be revealed, will be uploaded very soon. To make this video straight and short, I will briefly give you 6 main points. 1. Poor genetic quality. Genetics plays a major role in broiler growth performance and every other livestock in general. There is always a saying that whatever snake gives birth to must be tall and lengthy. You cannot plant dwarf okra and it will give birth to tall okra. What you plant is what you reap or what you harvest. Both slow-growing and fast-growing chickens pass these on to their offsprings. When you procure broiler chicks from parents that possesses poor growth quality, the chicks would perform worse than their parents. Some will be so small and won't grow no matter what you do. No matter the quantity or quality of feed you use, they still look stunted in nature. This can affect your bottom line, since slow and runty chickens will result in low average daily gain, which will increase production costs for feed and rods, and at the end you lose completely from your investment. Solution: to grow big, fast and healthy broilers that will meet your market target at this right time, you need to buy broiler chicks from hatcheries with healthy and vigorous parent stocks that are well balanced in growth rate and feed conversion. Someone there is asking me, how would I know that these chicks or these young chicks are from a good hatchery? Make inquiries from your fellow farmers. There are other broiler farmers in your area that have spent years in the field and in the production line. They will be at the best position to tell you the chicks, where they come from, and the hatchery that is good. Remember, some hatcheries may be good this year, but in the next 2 years, they may have poor parent stock, because the parent stock does not live forever. Once they are matured, once they are due, they will phase them out and bring in another parent stock. That's why you see some people will tell you that so company are good in this particular chick production, and at a long run they may start failing them because they have disposed that particular parent stock you know them with. Most of the times you can go to the internet and get reviews from the users or from the customers of those companies also. Number 2, poor feed and feeding procedures. The quality of feed you give to your chickens determines their growth and performance. Feed made with expired, low quality feed ingredients will give you poor results. Some feed millers use poor quality ingredients. Some of them use ingredients that have stayed too long in the storehouse, that have been eaten by rodents, that have been eaten by weevils and other insects. Perhaps they use such ingredients to produce feed. That feed can never give you the desired result. It is unfortunate that the buyers will not know. Using burnt or immature corn grains or soya bean to prepare broiler feed or diet, like starter, grower, and finishers, will reduce the nutritional compositions, such as metabolizable energy and crude protein of the feed. The nutrients will not be available for the chicken to use and cause serious malnutrition to the broilers that consume them at that particular time. The result is poor growth, and sometimes mortality rate will be too high. Most of the times you notice a lot of drug failures. I've given type of drug, I've given this type of antibiotics, I've given this type of vaccination, and my chickens are still dying. Doc, what is the cause? Some farmers neglect poor feed quality. For instance, as a human being, you eat a poisoned feed or poisoned food. What do you think will happen to your health? Your health will start deteriorating immediately. This also happens to chicken. They are also living things. They are livestock. A feed mill could erroneously or intentionally produce poor quality feed using the wrong feed formulas or poor feed ingredients. Farmers who are unaware of this will give this feed to their birds or to their broilers. Unfortunately, the birds fed with these poor feeds will have slow growth and weight addition. Some millers also may even miss out some premix and additives or ingredients because they want to optimize their profit. Some even say they are macronutrients, so you may not see them, whether they are there or not. Unlike corn, unlike soya bean, that you can physically witness in the feed. Some of these macronutrients, like lysine, methionine, and others, are difficult to be seen in the feed. So some millers neglect them, some millers avoid them, some millers omit them in the feed formula in order to maximize profit, because you know that they are very costly. So when they remove them from the feed, it will help them to shoot their profits up, thereby endangering the farmers that will use the feed and the chicken that will eat the feed too. Don't think these do not happen. It does happen. It does happen. So be careful and be mindful of the kind of feed you use. If you are in this particular channel, you will get a video on how to prepare your own feed using available local raw materials. I will advise you to watch that video from beginning to the end so that you can produce your own feed and be sure of what you give to your birds. So that when you have a problem in the growth or health in your production, you'll be able to know where the problem comes from. Ensure that you buy poultry feed produced from reputable livestock feed millers with excellent track records. If possible, take the feed sample to a nutritional lab for analysis. Especially if you are in large-scale production, you better do that. You should also store your feed or poultry feed in a dry room, and the bags should have direct contact with a metal or a wood, but not with the floor itself. Place them on a wooden or plastic pallets. This will help them and protect them from cold, which can cause the growth of other dangerous microorganisms. You can also formulate feed for your broilers, as I earlier said. The advantage of milling the feed yourself is that you are sure of what you are giving to your birds. Number 3 problem is overcrowding. Overcrowding is simply keeping more than the required or recommended number of chickens in a pen at the same time. Apart from poor growth performance, other negative effects of overcrowding are fast litter wetness and bad smell, increased feed conversion ratio, and increased mortality rate. Overcrowding increases the competition for feed and gives room for bullying, where the bigger chickens fight and prevent others from eating from the feed trough or drinking water. This eventually leads to lower feeding rates and starvation. Apart from recording poor body weight, you will also record more chicken deaths because they will fight a lot for survival. Solution: don't overstock your pen with broilers. It is better to understock than to overstock the pen. The ideal floor space requirement for broilers in a deep litter system is 15 birds per square meter. And do not forget feeders and drinkers that are necessary for their feeding and water intake. Stick to this channel for further video on the floor space requirement for broilers and their calculation. It's coming up soon. Number 4 problem is underfeeding. Underfeeding is not good for any animal at all, especially broilers, even human beings. It is a common practice among broiler farmers to underfeed broilers. Yes, some economize their feed to the extent that they even avoid giving their broilers feed in a day, feeling that they are cheating or they are oversmart. What you give to your broiler is what you get. Garbage in, garbage out. What the broiler does is just to convert that feed to meat or flesh and give you a maximum weight if you feed them very well. For example, when they are expected to give 8 kg of feed to 100 broilers per day in the 3rd week, they give 4 kg of feed instead. You can see this is laughable, in short. Underfeeding your broilers will result in slow growth and poor body weight because of the deprivation of adequate feed. Solution: Don't underfeed your chicken and ensure you follow the chart given to you by the hatchery or use the broiler feeding chart in this channel. Number 5, poor biosecurity measures. Many farmers do not take recognition of biosecurity in their farming practices. They keep their birds feeling that the animals they can live anywhere and give them result they need. Some don't even protect their birds from other wild animals. They keep them anyhow, feeling that the animals. Let me tell you, to be sincere with you, if you want to get the best from your livestock, or broiler in particular, as this is the main topic of this discussion, you need to keep broilers the same place you will keep a child. Store your broilers in the same place you feel it is adequate to keep a baby. Don't think they are livestock, don't think they are animals, therefore you can do them anyhow. If you go to social media, Facebook, you see some broilers as dirty as pig. Some, this God-given color, white, that broilers possess. Some have brownish color because of the wetness of the floor. You cannot get the best result from that particular environment. You need to make the pen very secured. There should be adequate and cross ventilation, proper netting system, and other security measures in place. This is the very good solution for this particular problem if you want to get a very high growth rate in your broiler. Number 6 problem is diseases. You should know that a sick chicken or a bird that gets sick regularly will not perform well. Now, let's bring it to humanity. Within your area, within your community where you live, you see some of your mates that are still under growth. They are not growing the same way you grow. You see some that fall sick at the early stage of their life. Up to today, you still know that these people, this particular group of people, or this my friend, had a problem during early stage of his life and it's affecting them up to today. That's how it's also happened in chicken or any other livestock production. If they are prone to sickness, if they have been attacked by different type of diseases, you will hardly meet up with the market demand. Diseases will reduce appetite and disturb feed metabolism and other vital body functions. When you have broiler that fall sick often, such broilers will not grow well or convert feed very well. Solution: ensure that you vaccinate your birds against diseases and give them the appropriate drugs at the right time. Vaccinate your birds against Marek disease, infectious bronchitis, Newcastle disease, infectious Buset disease, that's Gomboro, and make sure you use the accurate vaccination chart for broilers. The major reasons why most broilers are not growing big or as expected have been explained. Therefore, if you are faced with these problems, you can apply those solutions and tips I have given you in this video. Please kindly note that the most important factors that determine the performance of broilers are broiler breed type, quality of chicks and feed. If you get it right in these 3 areas, you will surely maximize your profits on the chickens and smile to the market. Thank you once again for being in this particular channel. Thank you also for watching this video till the end. Subscribe, comment, Like the video if you feel this video is very important and helpful to your production. Share to your friends, groups, and other platforms you belong to enable them get the adequate and required knowledge on broiler production.